Hi guys, excuse me, I have a cold, so I sound very nasally and my throat gets a little scratchy, so pardon that. And I'm just doing this Grace and Stella eye masks I got at TJ Maxx. I really like them. I put them in the fridge because my eyes, you know, when you get a cold, oh my God, the swelling, the puffiness. But I wanted to do a video because I just went to a concert. I went to see Sammy Hagar and Loverboy, and I'm not even a big fan of Sammy Hagar, but I really loved it, and we had a great time. And of course, we were friends, so that's always going to be a blast. And I thought maybe I'll put a little in. It's kind of hard with the copyright stuff with the music, but I think I'll be okay. I mean, I'm not monetized or anything, so. But I thought, you know what? This would be a cool thing. Maybe I could do my makeup like I did in the 80s. Just for fun. Let's check it out. Let's try it, right? I don't know. We'll see. I might not even post this. I don't know. I'm just been sitting home all day just trying to get better, and I don't know. I felt like doing a video. All right, so trying to remember how I did my makeup in the 80s. You know, obviously the time period was different, so the styles and trends, but also my face was different, you know? So different places where I put blush or things like that. I'm trying to remember how I did it back then. So let's try it together. I'm gonna keep these on while I do, well, first of all, I never did brows in the 80s. Did you guys? Sometimes I would shave right here just cause like, I didn't want my eyebrow, like those few stray hairs, you know, or pluck them. But I don't think I ever did eyebrows back then. So I'm not gonna do eyebrows. Let's just, or maybe, you know what we did? We used hairspray and we brushed them up like Madonna. Oh, let's do that. Well, I don't have any hairspray on me handy and I don't wanna get back up. So I'll just use setting spray. That'll be good, right? Oh no, brow gel, duh. Brow gel. All right, guys, you have to forgive me. I'm a little out of it. Okay, sorry. I'm just moving my makeup face closer. All right, so let's start with brows, shall we? So like I was saying, I just did, I remember my friend Ann got me started on that, like putting, we would put, you know, hairspray on the brow brushes and you know, and just do. So I'm just gonna do the gel, if I can find one. Sorry, I should have gotten more organized. Oh, shocker. Shocker, because you know, being sick didn't make me any more organized. Okay, where's my mirror? Oh my God, nothing is where I put it. Okay, I have my mirror from Temu that doesn't work, but for the light, but you know, still a mirror. And I'm gonna use my, I don't even know what this is called, V Cosmetic eyebrow gel. So yeah, so last year, one of our best friends, the husband, he really likes Sammy Hagar, so he had asked us, you know, do you guys want to go to the concert? And at first I was like, oh, I'm not really a Van Hagar fan, you know. I really like the original Van Halen. And then he mentioned Loverboy, and I was like, oh, I did like Loverboy. And he's like, oh, he's going to be playing all the old hits, even not just the ones that when he was in Van Halen. So I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I'll go, because, I mean, you know, it's going to be a fun night out no matter what anyway. So, yeah, so we would just kind of go straight up. I don't have as much eyebrow hair as I used to. That's funny. Yeah, I may need to add some, I think I'm going to have to use a pencil because my eyebrows are a lot thinner than they used to be. You know what's funny is I've always had a lot of eyebrows, kind of like Brooke Shields, you know, which was great because in the 80s that worked for me. But So I still think of myself as having a lot of eyebrow hair, but then when I do something like this, I'm like, oh wow, okay. So we need to do more eyebrow hair. Let's grab a pencil. I'm gonna use the Sephora pencil, brow pencil, and just go in. But yeah, so, and then, you know, that was like a year ago when we bought the tickets, and he had them on his phone, so I completely forgot about it. And then I was like, aren't we supposed to be going to some concert this year? And he was like, yeah. And for some reason in my head, it was Def Leppard. We went to Def Leppard last year, and I knew they were coming back. So I thought, oh, that's what we're going to see. And I like Def Leppard, so anyway, then he's like, I'm like, oh, when's the concert? I gotta make sure that I don't book anything during that time. And he's like, oh, okay, here it is. And he sends the, you know, the info. And I'm like, Sammy Hagar? What? And I was like, I thought we were going to see Def Leppard. And he's like, no, because Def Leppard was coming, and he's actually going with his wife, but they're going to Fenway, and that's where we saw Def Leppard last time. And the problem with that is my husband's very tall. He's 6'4", and Fenway was built when people were very short. So he can't fit in those seats. And when I say he can't, I mean he can't. Like, his knees are boom right up against that thing in front of him. In fact, at the concert, he had to sit on the back of the seat, like, you know, up high, and then he feels terrible because if someone behind him doesn't want to stand or whatever, then they can't see. So yeah, it was very uncomfortable for him. So we opted out of that one. So I was like, oh, okay. So anyway, I was still excited to go because, you know, it's with friends, and they're our best friends, and we have a blast. And, you know, like, very often when I go to a concert, I may not be the biggest fan of the person, or at least maybe sometimes the opening act. But a lot of times seeing someone in, you know, a live setting really can make you a fan. And that's what happened with Sammy Hagar. I was really surprised. He was awesome. I cannot believe he's 76 years old. Yeah, but he did amazing. You would never know he's 76. I mean, Loverboy was great. They did awesome. And his voice is just as good. Same thing with Sammy Hagar as it used to be. And a lot of those guys, you know, makes sense that your voice wouldn't be, you know, able to sing the way that you used to. But so a lot of these bands, you know, you have to kind of temper your expectations. And, but no, they sounded, I would say Loverboy even sounded better than he did back in the 80s. But he don't look like that. I mean, none of us look like that anymore, right? But I would say Sammy Hagar actually didn't look too bad. Like, he looked younger than what he is. Okay, so that's my eyebrows. You guys, they look like caterpillars on my head. I mean, I tried to be good, but they're really, like, thick in the weird way because, you know. But anyway, they probably were very similar to that. I don't know. I can't remember. I'll have to find a picture and put it there. But anyway, that's what we're going with. Brooke Shields style. There we go. Now, next, eyeshadow. This is where it gets fun. Okay, so I'm not going to use primer because I didn't use that back in the day. So let's find my powder, though, because I do need to powder my eyelids. Because even though I didn't do this back in the 80s, if I don't do it now, yeah, I'll be pulling that skin, and I don't want to do that. So we're going to cheat tiny bit and just put a little powder. Although, you know what? Now that I think about it, I might have used like that loose powder and just kind of at times. So that's okay. All right. Get that out of my eye. Oh no, I have something in the corner of my mouth and you guys didn't even tell me. This is what happens. It's the Hot Mess Express. and that's okay, because that's life. All right, now the eyeshadow. This is where it's gonna be fun. Let's see, what palette should we use? I definitely want to use this BB palette my sister gave me. It's got all the fun glitters, and what a better time to use that, right? All right, but what else? What else should I use? I need something with colors, lots of colors. I'm gonna tell you that my favorite go-to color for eyeshadow in the 80s was purple. So this one, the Smashbox palette, has a lot of, I think it's supposed to be like a retro thing too. Has a lot of purples. This is very, very similar to what I would use. So I'm gonna use that one. Okay, so let's get some brushes. I'm excited. This is gonna probably be really scary looking though, but this is funny. Okay, so how did I do it? Let me think about this for a second. All right, well, I always did put the, you know how they had those 3 things and it would show you, okay, you do this, this, and this. I still kind of do that to this day. It kind of reminds me of like when, like food growing up too. It was like, here's your meat, here's your starch, here's your vegetable. It was like the 3 thing. That's how makeup was in the 80s too, right? So it was like, here's your lid, here's your crease, and here's a little dark to put. I don't know what I did with the dark one. I know I lined a lot. And that's one thing that's gonna be different, the under, because you know I did that, and I don't do it now. Okay, so then we will go with this one for the crease. So far, this isn't any different than what I would do now, except it will be darker probably. Okay. So I hope you guys are having a good day, or had a good day. All in all, you know, I'm sick, so that stinks, but all in all, not bad. I'm getting more done at home anyway, because like, I mean, it's beautiful out today, but yesterday it was pouring rain, so I didn't feel like I was missing anything. Today, more so, but at least I could get a few things done. I do feel crappier today though. Now, I definitely did blending, but I don't know if I did it this much, so I'll try not to go crazy. Because I feel like when you get older, your skin, you just need to blend it more, is my opinion. But, okay. Can you guys see? All right, now I'm gonna use some of the dark one right here. And you know, I wasn't afraid to go for the drama. I didn't want to look like a clown, of course, but you know, 80s was, it was all about extremes, I think. It was fun growing up in the 80s. My kids are always like, it must have been fun. I'm like, it really was. Because, you know, even though I'm sure adults, like our parents, were concerned about things, you know, that were going on in the world, I don't remember feeling that way about myself. I remember that video with Phil Collins. Remember that video, and it had the puppets, and it was like Reagan and Gorbachev, and they had the nuclear button. And I remember thinking, oh, that's scary, but that was it. That was the extent of my concerns. Because I was too busy having fun, just, I suppose, like a teenager should. But nowadays, I don't know if it's because they're exposed to so much more on the internet. These kids worry about a lot of things, and I mean, rightfully so. There's a lot going on in the world. All right, again, sniffly nose. If it's not allergies, it's a cold. Okay. Hold on, I'm gonna get a tissue. Okay, I'm back. That should be my catchphrase. Hold on, I'm gonna get a tissue. Okay. So, ooh, my hair's sticking here. This is coming off a little bit. I'm just gonna move it. Okay. So, did we blend that? I don't think we did. Let's blend a little bit. Yeah, so what was I saying? I don't know about you guys, but if I get sick in the summer, it doesn't happen often, but when I do, I get mad. Because the summer here in Massachusetts is so small, so small. And I get a little bitter if I get sick. And, you know, it's just a cold. But for me, a cold is kind of bigger than the average person because I have asthma and I also have really narrow sinuses. So it's really common for me to get infections and all that kind of stuff from just a stupid little cold. But, you know, I was happy that when I took the test, it wasn't COVID, because then that's more of a rigmarole for me. Like, I have to go get the antiviral and all that because of the asthma. And my allergist retired, and so I don't have one right now, so that stinks. She was awesome for my asthma. I miss you, Dr. Kathy. Okay, so we did that. Now we're gonna do the eyeliner. This is where it gets fun. Let's see. Let's do a fun one. Let's do blue. Can we do blue? Let's do blue. This is a great eyeliner. When I first got it, I was like a blue eyeliner for me at this point in my life. But it's called it's called Dat Gel Eyeliner though. And it's in the color Beach. And I love this thing. I can't remember where I got it. It must be Ipsy or something like that. But it goes on really nice and it doesn't look absurd. But for this, I don't care if it does. So I'm gonna first put it in the waterline because that was the thing. I mean, people still do that now. I don't do that as much as I used to. And then in the lash line, but I'll be honest with you, I wasn't very good at that. I just go on top. Now I'm much better at it, but I'm trying to do what I did then. And it's hard because you start doing what you do now. Okay. I didn't use colored eyeliner too much because I tend to like black eyeliner on me. And I didn't do a wing, but that eyeliner tended to be thick. So let's kind of pile it on a little bit. And then we did down below. Let's see. I don't know how blue's gonna work. And this, of course, I never do now that I'm older. Holy crap, look at the size of my eye compared to this one. Maybe I should be doing this. I don't know. Maybe I've discovered something. Holy crap. I'm like, what? Thing is about blue eyeliner too is an eyeshadow. You know, I always think of that as like being really like not the greatest color, especially when you're older. But I realize now that on the color wheel, like this is great to bring out brown eyes. And my eyes are kind of on the hazily side. Like they're brown, but they have a lot of green in them too. So sometimes that green kind of comes out a little bit more. Especially when I wear purple. But blue is supposed to really make brown eyes pop. So maybe I need to be using this more. Sorry, I have to concentrate because this is not as easy as it used to be. You know, for a while there, I was following all those rules, right? All those rules they give you as you get older about makeup, and you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do that because it looks tacky or it looks bad. And this is what I like about being in my 50s. You're like the shirt says, fun fact, I don't care. I'm gonna do what I want. Like, obviously I want to look nice, but if I want to have fun and do different things with makeup, I'm gonna do that. So, you know, that's what I'll do. All right. Wait a minute, sorry. So, it feels like a glob of something went in my eye. Okay, there we go. I feel like my eyeshadow's not extreme enough. Now, I also did a really strong eyeliner too. So, let's do it. Or maybe I should do black on top of that. I don't know. It's so weird putting it on now because that's not what I do now on the bottom. Just because it never looks right. But I gotta tell you, I don't know, maybe I will a little more often. I kind of like it. Not with black because it runs and all that stuff, but maybe with the blue. I also have a green one day I should try that I also got in an Ipsy. Okay, almost done. Sorry, do you guys do this when you're putting on eye makeup sometimes? I have always done that. And then I can't remember if it was my husband or somebody, they're like, why are you doing that? I'm like, I wasn't aware I was doing it for the longest time. All right, that's some eyeliner now. Phew, that's a lot. I look crazy. All right, okay. Now I'm gonna use my little brush, say hello to my little friend, and I'm going to, oh, do I want to go crazy and like do purple on top of blue on top of purple? Do I might. Let's do it. But first I'm gonna cover that blue eyeliner a little bit with this black on the bottom here, because that's something I would have done. Maybe it might be covering up some of that blue, but I think it'll still show through. Oh yeah, I definitely would have done that. So yeah, the concert was a really good time. The music was really good. And part of the fun is watching people just slip back into their 80s selves. It's kind of funny, especially guys at this particular concert. You know, you get a few beers in them, and I'll have to put some of the footage because it was pretty funny. And I love it though. It used to, honestly, in my 40s, I kind of get a little bit like, oh God, we're so old, when I'd see everybody, and it would freak me out. But now we're just all having fun. And yeah, I love to see people into the music, you know, and just forget about the rules and just do their thing. I love that. Okay, I went a little crazy on the bottom. It looks so foreign and weird to me, but I know I would have done that back then. So that's the point. Okay. There we go. And now maybe I will put some of this purple on. What the hell? Now this was that blush I got in that advent calendar video. If you've never seen it, go check it out. I always say it's good makeup fun. I hope they do another one. Jeez. Okay, so I'm gonna do, let's get a little one. This is actually a blush, which I was like, what? Maybe I'll use it today. But I do like it as an eyeshadow a little bit, like just a tiny pop, but today we're gonna go more pop. More and more pop, right? Yeah, that's what this needed. That's what this needed. I'm loving it. All right, let's do a little bit of this. Because even though I want to do it like I didn't, I want to do it good, you know. I am having so much fun with this. This is so, I'm going to have to, after I get off, do my hair like in the 80s. And then when my husband gets home, be like, hi, honey. We have these tunnels and my cat is in one of the tunnels and I didn't know he was sleeping in it and it just moved like a worm. And so I was like, what? All right. Now, what I used to do too is I used to put up there like a light color, right? And oh, we can't forget about our glitters. Yeah. One thing about the 80s, more was more, not less was more, right? That's kind of what the fun of it was, the excess. So I'm going to use this pinky one. It's like a pinky purple. I'm going to put that. Ooh, yeah, baby. I'm feeling very gem in this. Remember gem? In this makeup. This is very gem. Now, I did not use fake lashes back in the 80s. I don't know anyone who did, I guess, but, and I don't really use them too much now because I'm not good at putting them on and my eyes get irritated and all that stuff, you know? I'm just trying to show you guys, but I don't know if you can see. The camera's a little farther away than normal because I really need this big table in front of me to kind of put stuff on. Okay, that's pretty, kind of. All right, so now we're gonna, you know what I think I also want to put a little, since I have this little thing out, a little of this purple in this part here too, because I definitely did that a lot, like brought it down into this little corner. Got a little too much on the end. Yep. All right. I'm rocking. I'm rocking. So maybe I'll put a little, trying to figure out what one I should put up top. I might have done something like that. Let's try it. Oh no, wrong one. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah. So it's got like shimmer in it, you know? And I definitely would have done that. It would have looked better in the 80s because I didn't have all this crepey skin that it's like highlighting. But anyway, so now we're gonna do mascara. Unfortunately, I do not have blue mascara because that would be perfect, but I don't have it. So I did not use, sorry I'm off camera for a sec, a heated eyelash curler. I don't know if those even existed then, but My regular one was always a staple. And I always like, and then like hold it there. Yeah. I love makeup. It's so fun. For me anyway, I love it. And for a long time, I just didn't use it very much. And I don't think I realized how much fun I was missing. Okay, I'm just gonna use this Maybelline Falsies, Surreal Falsies. And I still do my mascara the same way I did then. Is I put it at the base and I shake it. And then kind of then go out from there. And then do the ends. And then I wing out. Same thing. The only thing is, I did the bottoms too. And so I will do the bottoms. Last year we went to a concert at that same venue that we went this time. And it's like an outdoor venue, so it's really fun in the summer, unless it rains. And last year we went to the Bret Michaels weird concert. It was like all these different bands had Sugar Ray and all different things. And it was fun. We had a blast, and it was cheap, really cheap too, which is unheard of for concerts these days, right? And so now I'm gonna do the bottom. But last time it rained on us, like really bad. But we still had a blast. We had fun. I went and like made my husband go buy me a poncho because I was like, oh, I'm getting so soaked. And of course, the second he got the poncho, it stopped raining. That's how it always is. I have so many ponchos in my closet that I have saved from things like Disney and when we went to Puerto Rico, like all the different ones. I don't know why I save them. I should just get rid of them. Probably never gonna bring them anywhere. I just buy them when I get there, and then I don't know. Maybe I'm an optimist and think that, oh, it's never gonna rain, so I don't prepare. Or maybe I just have ADD and I'm bad at that. More than that. Okay, so I'm gonna try to get some clumps off, and I did do that back in the 80s too. But you know what I also did? Double mascara. Yep. It's all coming back to me now. And the double I would just kind of like do on the ends. It's funny because it's not really doing a whole lot here except clumping. Is that what it did then too? And I just thought that looked good? I don't know. Oh my God, they look like spiders. Spiders. Because like they're too clumped. I can't get the comb through. Okay. All right, that's as good as I'm gonna get. Okay, we're gonna take these off. Oh, it's not bad. Okay, so I didn't use any under eye stuff, of course, because I didn't need to, right? But I did use foundation. We didn't use any, what do you call it? Contour or any of that kind of stuff. So this was a staple of makeup, especially before I got a job, was the Wet n Wild. So what's funny is obviously it's not the same. It's like photo focus. I don't even know if they had that then, but the reason why I bought this is because some influencer influenced me and tried to say this was a dupe for something that was more expensive. It's not, but I still can get away with it sometimes, but let's use it today because that's what I would have used. Didn't use brushes, but I did use, did I use sponges back then? I feel like we had them. Yeah, no, we had the little white wedges, right? That's what we had, but I didn't wet it, nothing. So that's what we're gonna do. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be real bad. It's already looking super cakey. Because like no prep, no primer, nothing. My God, to have beautiful young skin again, right? Oh my God. You know, thinking about the 80s, yeah, so I was saying we didn't really worry about it too much, right? We were just having fun. I mean, think about it. So many songs were about like partying, right? It's just like all it was about, partying and like crushes, love, you know, that kind of stuff. Those were and girls, you know, it was a lot of sexist videos, and not sexist, but you know what I mean. Hot girls in bikinis, that kind of thing. So to say it was pretty shallow times, I would say that's correct. And that's kind of what I liked about it. Not that everything should always be like that, but definitely made for fun times. I think it's really interesting, and I went right under the eye, because, I mean, you know, why not? I didn't have any wrinkles or anything. That how every generation is so different in how they perceive the world. I just find that fascinating, just based on, you know, what was going on at the time, and, you know, thought processes for the people at the time. Because, you know, some things are considered okay in the 80s, and now are considered like faux pas, you wouldn't say or do that, or you know what I mean. And so it's just kind of interesting to me, and I think a lot of times that's the way it's easier to understand each generation based on what was going on in their lives at the time. I was lucky enough to have a grandmother, and she passed away when she was 96. She still was a little go-getter, had full, you know, what's the word, control of her faculties and everything. She was a smart cookie and an amazing person, and I'll have to tell you more about her someday because she was awesome. But I was lucky enough that I got to like listen to all her stories about how she grew up and how that molded her into who she was, you know. And I think that really helps people understand the generations, like old, young, whatever, like what was going on. Like, you know, millennials, you think about 9/11 and how that might have affected things. And, you know, the younger kids now, it's like, well, COVID, like these big events in our lives, right, kind of shape our thinking. And so I like to do that because, you know, we all have valid opinions, and I want to hear people and figure out why it is they think that way. Not always thinking, oh, this is right or that's right. Okay, obviously some things are always wrong, but okay, so now we're gonna do some cover up, because I definitely did that because I had pimples, and that's one good thing about getting older. I don't have pimples anymore. Okay, I'm gonna just cover up my spots instead of pimples. And I always got this redness here, which I now know is actually eczema, but I did not know that then. Okay, good enough. I was lucky enough I didn't have much acne growing up. You know, we all have our things we were lucky enough to miss, and others we weren't lucky enough to miss. Man, using this dry sponge stinks, man. And actually, I didn't blot. I kind of just did this. Oh, God. It's terrible. Look how white I look. Well, it happens to be that this foundation is too light for me. In the winter, it wasn't bad. I could kind of make it work. And when you wet the sponge, it'll kind of thin it out a little, but we're not doing that. So That's what. Hey, there were times I went out in the 80s and I looked in the mirror and then I saw, oh my God, there's a difference in my foundation because I had terrible lighting in my room. So, you know, that happens. All right, let's do some blush. Now, this is the color blush I would have definitely used in the 80s. Not a cream per se, but the color. So let's just use this color. I think it'll go good with this anyway. And if I did have a cream, I would have went right in here, right? Right there, right? Okay, here we go. We don't do that now. We go higher because we don't want our face. See how that sinks? Let's just do it. You see how this side looks lower? So that's why we don't do it. But again, if you want to, go for it. Do what you want. Okay. Oh, that's not nearly enough. I'm gonna need more than that. Kind of hard when it's a cream to do the old method, but let's do it again. And again and again and again. Yeah. I think I did like the whole cheekbone though, not just in there. So what am I doing? Yeah, like that. Okay, this is definitely more like it. Okay, yep. Sorry, I have to really rub this in because it's cream. I normally wouldn't use this kind of a brush for a cream. But, get those apples. And then I would kind of do this with my blush all over. Why? I don't know. Why not? I saw it somewhere, sometime. Oh, wasn't I going to use this as a blush? Let's do it. Let's do it on top of everything. This is going to look like crazy though. Okay, let's see. Not that bad, considering what we're doing. Okay, that might be just a little dark right there. So I'm just gonna kind of do this, and I would do this. Okay, this side needs a little more, it's a little uneven. All right. Okay. What else? Lips. Definitely did not use lip liner, but I definitely would have rocked a gloss for sure. So let's see what we can find. Oh, use that and this one. All right, so this is a Katy Perry lipstick. I don't even know where I got this from. I'm just gonna go for it. And then I'll put some gloss over it. This is like from Temu. It's got a little glitter in it. Perfect. Oh yeah. Okay, I got. Oh, that worked good. Okay. Holy crap. This is a hot mess express, all right. Man. You know, I lost a little weight and I think I lost it all in my lips. Like, my lips are like pancakes now. Like, what? All right, my friends. This is it. This is my 80s look. Now, I'm going to go do my hair and I'll come back. Okay, what do we think? I'm not able to get the lift I could get back when I was younger. Well, first of all, I had a perm back then, and I had a lot more hair. So anyway, I used this hairspray. I didn't have any Aqua now. And they're like, sexy big hair. Yeah, I don't think you know what that is. Remember, I would use so much Aquanet sometimes. It would get that weird white flakiness. Oh, I hated that. But, oh, fun fact, we went to Bon Jovi concert. And the only tickets we could get, this is when I was 17, were behind the stage. And we were like, oh, this sucks, you know. Ended up being the best tickets ever. Because the bands, I think it was Cinderella, opened for them. When they would come, they'd have to go underneath the stage. And we were like right there on the edge, and they would like, you know, talk to us and everything. It was really fun. But we didn't get really to do that with Bon Jovi. But you could see there was this little tiny dressing room right under the stage. And in between, he would go in and just spray the crap out of his hair with Aquanet. So we're seeing him do all this, and then he goes back out to perform, and then they had like pyrotechnics, and something started falling from the ceiling, like a piece of paper, and it was still on fire, and it like came, and we were thinking, oh my god, the hair. We thought it was gonna be like one of those Michael Jackson moments, seriously. And he just dodged it in time. He was like, oh crap, you know, because he knew how much hairspray he put in his hair. But anyway, thanks for hanging out with me and having fun. Yeah, it was deflating fast, you guys. Deflating fast. I went and got these earrings. They're going to be in my extra haul with my sister, but I'm not done having fun. So cute. Glamour shop. Well, thanks for having fun with me. I appreciate you guys. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Talk to you soon.